So what we are going to do today is how to fix or how to put our bust dart on a dress. So I've drafted my basic bodice block here. Here I used my measurements and have fixed my dart. My dart, I don't like my dart to get to my bust point so that it will not make it to look sharp. Okay, I went down by 1 inch before drawing my line. What we are going to do now is to put our side dart, that is our bust dart. And this depends on how busty you are. You can use between 1 inch to 2 inches. You can decide to use 1 inch, 1.5 inches, or 2 inches. So it depends on how busty you are. So from here, from your bust, you go down by, okay, let's say I'm making use of 1.5 inch. Then I'll rule it to my bust point. My bust point. Then on the sides, I'll be taking 1/2 inch on both sides. Then on the bust point here, I will go in again by 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch. Then this 1/2 inch, I'll connect it to that 1.5 inch. So I took 2 inches for my dart here. I'm going to replace it. I've already added my sewing allowance on this pattern. Let's say you are cutting your dress directly. Let's say you are drafting directly on the fabric you are using to sew. Then I will replace my 2 inches dart. I'll add it to the side, to the waist. 2 inches. Already there is sewing allowance on this pattern. 2 inches. I'll take it straight to my armhole and down to the blouse length. Extend your dart. Extend your dart. So we took away 1 inch for our side dart, right? How do we replace that 1 inch? You are going to replace, let's say this is my top length. This is my top length, okay? So we are going to replace that 1 inch we took from our dart. We are going to replace it on our blouse length or top length so that we will not have any form of shortage after sewing. To that 1 inch that we used for our darts, we are going to replace it here. 1 inch. You then take it to our blouse length like this. So that after you might have sewn this one together, this dart, you will not have any form of shortage here. Okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is, before cutting out, please try to blend here a little so you don't have sharp edge. Another important thing you need to note on this pattern is, let's say you are making use of your fabric. Another thing you need to note is, before cutting out, fold in your dart. Fold in your dart like this, the way you would sew it. When cutting your fabric, fold your dart like this. If not, if you cut it straight like this, you might have a little shortage. So fold your dart as if you are sewing your dart together, as if you are sewing your dart. So fold your dart. You can pin, you can tape, you can use pin, and you can use pin to hold them together like this. Are you seeing? Then fold your dart like this before cutting out your fabric. Let's cut out. So this is what we have. This is what we have. So make sure you fold make sure you fold your dart before cutting out your fabric. And you see, we added our dart allowance, we added it to the down part of our top, so that when you sew it like this, you will not have any form of shortage here. Okay, it's better for you to have excess than to have shortage. After sewing your dart and doing every other thing on the dress, then you can now trim out any excess you might not need here. Okay, so this is how to insert your bust dart. They have different methods or different types of bust dart, but we'll start with this one. This is the basic one, especially for those that don't know what bust dart is, or that don't know how to insert their bust dart. So after you've sewn everything, that is when you trim here. If you feel there's any excess here, then you can trim out. On my next video, I'm going to make a top. I'll be making a top using side dart, using bust dart. I'll be making a top that has a bust dart. Then you see how it looks like. There's another thing I forgot to mention. Let's say you are making use of half length. Let's say your top or what you want to make ends here at your waist, and you insert your bust dart. So to replace this dart, just come here by the side, just take away the dart, just replace the dart you took from here, and we used 1 inch and connect it here. That is just the difference, and connect it like this. So are you seeing how this looks? This is how it will look like after sewing your bust dart. It gives a kind of fullness to the bust area, even though this is not a bust here, but it will really come out nice when you insert a bust dart to your dress. So try it and tell me how it goes, or let me know if you've tried it before or if you used this method before. See you on my next video. So stay tuned to this channel and please subscribe, like and share.